Okay. Okay, this time it's going to be a little bit brief because I don't want to do quite the long rambling thing we did last time.
Well, last time we were eating too, so.
Yeah. So we're sitting in the parking lot of the theater. We just saw Inception.
Last week we did pre-day tours.
Yeah, we did. we actually haven't discussed it yet.
Nope.
We just got out of the theater. So what are your thoughts?
Overall, I liked it. I thought I thought for the most part it was well done, well made. The main thing I didn't like about it was the action scenes were, as usual, it was a similar thing to the Batman movies Nolan did, that they have kind of a
You're talking about the choppy editing.
The choppy editing, yeah, that was really annoying.
I think the problem went a little deeper. I think it was more like choppy writing. I mean, most of the scenes, everything about it was just very sort of wham, bam, wham, bam, wham, bam.
Well, with
no real structure at all to any of it. I mean, the editing, the super choppy editing just made it that much worse, I think.
Okay. No, I thought, the story, it moved a bit fast, but the thing is, all his other movies do that, too. That's actually just a pretty Nolan thing. If you watch all his other movies, they all do that. And that, once you get used to it, you can follow it. That's not a problem for me.
Christopher Nolan, one thing I can say about him, and I've said about him for all of his movies I've seen so far, with the exception of Following, I don't really care for Following at all, was that the thing that sets him apart is he really casts his movies well. And I think he did okay with this one. He cast Leonardo DiCaprio, in which, he tries to do okay, but he really does come off a little stiff sometimes. All in all, for the most part, he does okay. But my biggest problem with the movie, and I'm going to say right now, I really didn't like the movie. And the thing that I didn't like about it was the main character's story bogged down what could have been a really awesome heist movie. And, it was like, there's a lot of stuff about how the extraction system worked, and I'm trying not to go any spoilers, but that it's just glossed over or missed entirely in the editing and the bad writing. They could have used all that time to sort of explain that and set things up and maybe focus the story a little more on Cillian Murphy's character, I think. And almost entirely should have left out DiCaprio, I think. Not DiCaprio, but the character and the story and all his baggage. It just bogged the movie down entirely.
I wouldn't say it bogged the movie down entirely, but I agree with you. It was not... It reminded me too much of the last movie DiCaprio was in, Shutter Island, that kind of weepy backstory, yeah.
I just didn't... I didn't like that movie.
Yeah, I know.
I thought Shutter Island and this one as well. But Shutter Island was far worse.
Yeah. Oh, no. No, you can't be the spectacle in this one, at least.
Well, that's the other thing that got me, is the whole idea of the dream sequences. They really didn't do a lot with it. There's that one scene in the early part of the movie where Ellen Page is controlling the dream.
Yeah.
And she basically folds the city in half.
Yes.
That looked freaking awesome.
Yeah.
And there was the other scene, I don't want to give it any spoilers again, but it was Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character when he was doing sort of his
I thought he was actually pretty good.
He did a really good job. He kind of had that Mad Men look to him.
Yeah, I like that. Like he was all business.
But there was that scene when he was in the hotel.
Like if I was a chick, I'd totally be wet for him. Hey, I'm just saying, I would be.
Anyway, the scene when he's in the hotel lobby or the hallway and he's doing his sort of zero-G kung fu shit.
Yeah.
And that whole sequence with him in that room was really cool.
Yeah.
But aside from that, and I guess the climax of the movie, they really didn't do anything with it. It was just...
Yeah, it was just yeah. Well, the thing about it was is like you have a dream world. They weren't really. It was. It was surreal in some parts, but it really wasn't truly like deranged. There was no banana phone shit. Like when you have like you'll pick up a random object in the phone and as if it was in a dream, as if it was like how things just get transposed in dreams and you don't even notice while in the dream. There was none of this in this movie. It was just like it's slightly like reality, but a little trippier, basically.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. There was no, the only surrealism you see is in scenes that really don't call for it. They just kind of do it really sort of a comic relief almost. Like there was a scene with the eternal stairs, whatever you want to call it.
Was I agree. It didn't really get. It's not like how I would have done. I would have been more weird and I would have done a bit more. And I definitely would have, like Sean said, dropped the weepy backstory that
I still think. I mean,
DiCaprio's character had.
The whole idea. I mean, like I said, if they had taken time to establish it and explain it, it would have been an awesome heist movie.
Yeah.
Like one of the best there is. I mean, just the whole idea of taking a heist movie and putting it in a dream setting. I mean, that's actually kind of clever. I like that.
Yeah.
And but then again, like I said, it gets bogged down. But I'm sorry to interrupt.
Okay. Yeah, but I mean, that element that was kind of irritating. Though once the movie got going, I mean, and once I realized it wasn't going to do certain things, I was able to accept it on its own terms on a certain level. And for the most part, it worked on that level. I mean, it was an action movie with a few extra rules of a layer reality thing. And once it gets started, it's pretty entertaining and it works pretty well. Like I said, there's still that lack of, there could have been more to it. There could have been, there's a little bit of lost potential. But what it does, besides the choppy action, which is just really irritating to me, you know?
And also, we saw it in IMAX. This is actually the first IMAX movie I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And there's really no need to pay the extra money to see it.
No. I mean,
don't worry about it.
I mean, it looked good, but it was just...
It looked okay.
I mean, it was just... Yeah. It's nice to see on a big screen, but yeah, any decent-sized big screen will be fine for this movie.
Yeah.
It's not... yeah, exactly.
Okay, so basically we agree, poorly written.
I wouldn't say it's completely poorly written for what it is.
Poorly structured.
True. Yeah, I would agree it's a bit poorly structured.
Poorly structured, poorly edited.
Well, it's not entirely poorly edited. I mean, I was able to follow what was going on. It's just that, like I said, the action. I think it's more.
Yeah, I was always sort of. In my head. I know I wasn't because I was keeping up, but in my head, I was always one step behind.
Yeah,
and it was kind of weird. And the fucking ending, such a goddamn cop out.
I mean, to be honest,
no spoilers, but God damn, that pissed me off. You heard the entire theater go, "Oh!"
Yeah, but a lot of that's more like, "Oh!" But that's not the same thing as you.
It was a fucking cop out.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's you either go with it or you don't. I'm not sure if I went with it, but
people will be arguing about it for years to come, Alex.
Yes, exactly. It's that kind of thing. It's like you can see. Yeah. Okay. Shut.
Okay, so, anyway, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I did like, I'm going to say, I know Sean didn't like the movie. I actually liked it. And, like I said, there's places this movie really could have gone, but it really doesn't. What it does do, it does okay. And I really enjoyed the spectacle aspect of it. Even though, like I said, like we keep saying, it could have gone even further than it does, but I really liked it. I really liked the visuals, and I thought it really worked. Well,
we're about to hit our time limit here, so let's go ahead and wrap it up real quick.
Okay.
So I have to say I give it a 4 out of 10.
Okay.
Because I saw potential there, but it failed to deliver every single time, and that's really all I got to say about it. Just, oh God, the ending. The ending was, I was sort of middle of the road until we got to the ending. And the ending was, it just pissed me off so bad. But, okay, your turn.
Now, the ending was kind of like predictable, kind of like, okay, yeah, I get it. Like I said, there's a lot of things I would have done differently with this movie. I would have ended it differently.
I would have ended it.
Well, no, it does end. It's just that, it's your tip. I'm not going to spoil. It's not going to spoil anything. It's a question mark ending. You know, your typical, not in a good way. I mean, there are good question mark endings. That's a predictable question mark ending, and that's what I was disappointed by with it. But you can see it coming. That's why I wasn't so upset with it. I was like, oh God, yeah, they're just going to do it. Okay, whatever. But it's still an unimaginative ending, and it was kind of like, okay, I got it, all right. It was kind of a groan, but I wasn't that pissed off. I wasn't as pissed off about it because I was kind of like seeing that coming, like, okay. I would definitely give it a higher rating than Sean. I thought a lot of it was actually done pretty well, and I was actually really absorbed in it while I was watching it. It's one of those movies that's probably not going to hold up to later. That isn't going to hold up to later scrutiny. It's not as good as like Memento or anything like that. But
yeah, definitely,
I did what I liked about it. I really did like about it. I'll probably watch it again on video or something.
Cast Joseph Gordon-Levitt in more movies. He's really good.
Yeah, he was
very
surprising.
very underused.
He was really surprisingly good in this. Yeah, he played a pretty convincing badass kind of character, which is cool.
Yeah.
I mean, most of the acting was all right for what it was. I mean,
about as close as you get in a Christopher Nolan movie to comic relief.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another thing. It's always so grim.
I guess we're sort of out of time. So.
All right, yeah, okay. Well, my rating about 7.
About 7 out of 10, 4 out of 10.
There you go.
Mine's the real one.
If the China tropes it's utilizing really irritate you, don't go see it. That's, I mean, dream sequence stuff. I mean, if you're willing to go along with the rules that the movie establishes, it's entertaining.
We are gonna go because it's 3 o'clock in the morning.
All right.